That feels weird. I don't think I'd do that kind of thing as a competition.
Let me see if I can get this.
Like, if y'all had to do some kind of competing thing, it'd probably be something to, like, get a physical object, like a new Piper's Picks thing of some sort. It wouldn't just be like, here, do this whole thing, and all you get to do is talk to me for 2 minutes.
Yeah, let's try to get YouTube back online.
I'm almost out of Capri Sun.
Okay, webcam settings. Talk to people on Instagram. I'm gonna get this.
Yes, I am.
Oh wow, it says it's
from
live,
AJ Max. Hit the whoa. Hey, hi. Thank you for being on here. Welcome. If y'all have anything you want to talk about while we're figuring this out, please let me know. If you have any questions, I can take them now at this time. I know a few of you were writing while we were talking about this stuff that you want to ask questions that were different than that. So now would be a really good time for that if you have those extra questions. Would you like a baby raccoon? I mean, I wouldn't turn away a baby raccoon. I'd accept him or her with open arms and love it. I don't know. What would you do with a baby raccoon?
I would probably call a trapper to come get it.
I would just be like, aw, tiny.
Okay.
Aw.
I think we're back on YouTube.
Are we?
Yes.
Yes. Yay.
One person found out that we're back so far.
Person.
So our YouTube stream died, and now we're back.
We killed YouTube again. What do you think about Phineas from Phineas and Ferb? I think Phineas is great from Phineas and Ferb. I think they're all great. I'm a big Vanessa fan.
If you're a fan of Phineas and Ferb, you're definitely going to want to watch the new episode that comes out tomorrow.
Would you like to... Yeah, that's true. You should definitely check that one out tomorrow. Would you like to train a battalion of raccoons or carry out any personal desires you deem acceptable?
What? You sound very low on here. Low like this? Or low
Is
volume?
it low in pitch or low in volume? When I was 10 in Disneyland, I did the Star Wars
Thank you,
Jedi
Pink
training.
Puff. Actually, we're going to talk about the bill because...
I rang the bell, so it notified me. Yes, someone knows how to use the notifications bell. Thank you, Pink Puff.
So somehow Streamlabs crashed while we were streaming before, so now we're back on here. So
we messed up. I'm sorry.
So if you're joining this, make sure you watch. If you're watching this later,
this later, this
go
is
back
the
and
second
watch.
part.
This is part 2 of the
2.
live stream about Disney Springs reopening and how you guys feel about going to Disney as they're reopening. If you feel it's safe to go there. If you're not in America, I think that most people who aren't in our country, unless you're in Russia, feel worse. Yeah, the volume's showing right on here, so I don't know what's going on with the volume on YouTube. So.
Did you turn it low on your computer by accident? That's what I would do.
Jared, maybe you turn the volume down on your computer.
Would you rather have a moose or a giraffe? Definitely a giraffe.
So let me get the...
A baby giraffe. Tiny, tiny giraffe.
I'm going to put the picture from Disney Springs back.
Why? They've seen it 3 times.
It's a different one.
It's a different one? I've never had to use the restroom during a live chat, and I do right now, which is kind of scary.
Oh, you're making the content really interesting.
I know! I've never had this problem. Oh, that's actually a pretty picture.
Yeah.
All right. We are back. If you don't know, we are on YouTube and Instagram right now. It's just been a pain in the butt to accomplish that for some reason. Hi, Adrena. Thank you for joining.
So there's a picture of Disney Springs again. So again, we've gone through this. People on Instagram already heard all this, but we were going through whether you'd feel safe going to Disney Springs, which is the downtown Disney equivalent on the East Coast in Florida. It used to be called Downtown Disney there also. They had the West Side and then regular Downtown Disney. Now they're calling it Disney Springs. But they reopened yesterday. So if you didn't hear us talk about that, we went through what you can expect if you're going there. The precautions they're taking, what guests have to do, because you have to go through temperature screenings and things like that on the first part of this chat before we crashed. So now we're back on here and we're following up on that. Do you guys hate it when you freeze while streaming? Doesn't that get annoying? Yes!
Yeah!
That gets ridiculous.
But we get worried that it's annoying for you guys, so I appreciate you asking us.
Well, we're actually going to be setting up something so when something goes out like that, we can keep the stream active. It'll just put up a picture or something saying that we're resuming the stream in a minute.
Yassine wrote, I love the curtains behind it. Reminds me of a theater. That's
yeah,
cool.
It's like a movie theater, which you can't even go to now in America.
Yeah, so it's like
Thank you.
an exclusive.
But it froze last week because YouTube went down. We started our live stream with you guys, and the whole system worldwide went down. So, of course, that's never happened that I can remember, and
No.
happened not since 2008. So what's open at Disney Springs? Pretty much everything. Planet Hollywood's open, T-Rex Cafe is open, and then they've got all their regular stores that happen to be there.
I did hear some of I think the Disney-owned restaurants are legally required to open a few days later than the rest of the restaurants, though. Anything that's not Disney-owned
I don't know what
is allowed to open
Disney-owned
sooner.
restaurants are.
There's
at
a
Disney
Free
Springs.
People in Disney Springs. Sorry.
Yeah. Earl of Sandwich.
That was the girl in
Chicken Guy, which is owned by Guy Fieri.
Oh, yeah, that's supposed to be one of the best places because it's super
Blaze
inexpensive.
Fast Fired Pizza.
That's a good one.
Anthropology, Happy Hound, Jeffrey's Coffee and Tea Company, Lucky Brand, Pandora. All these are open at
But are
Disney
you
Springs
I'm not
now.
seeing any Disney restaurants.
No, well, I don't think they have any there.
They do. They definitely do.
What
I'm not
T-Rex
seeing-
Cafe is open, but don't they
That's
still
interesting that they would even think of opening that because that's a big
Right.
people packed.
But is Rainforest Cafe still at Disney? I know they have it in Animal Kingdom, but I thought they still had. There used to be, so they might still have it there, and it's just not open.
Oh, there's more things on the back. Just a few. Wolfgang Puck.
Ugg's
Zara.
open for people watching Nazara. Vera Bradley. Yasaki Kiosk. Volcom.
But doesn't Disney have their own properties that aren't open?
I don't know if they have their
what
own
are
restaurants at
Disney's
downtown
owned
Disney.
restaurants?
Well,
in
what are
Disney
Disney's
Springs?
own restaurants at downtown Disney and Hollywood?
Well, no,
Orange
here
County?
they don't, but in Florida, I think.
I
they
don't
do.
think so.
Wait, you know what I don't see on here?
World
Primetime
of-
Cafe.
Well,
Beaches
World
and
of Disney's
Cream.
not on here, and that's where World of Disney is. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
is there
Disney-owned buildings
I don't know if we
are
have
not
anyone
on
from
here.
Florida that are actually on there now.
Yeah, Beaches and Cream isn't here, and I'm not seeing the Disney-owned stuff. What, did I say it wrong? Oh. Would you... I don't even know what that says.
Who would ask a question like that?
I don't know. Weirdo.
Yeah, that
Let's
Adam
block
Eagle
him.
guy is a weird guy.
Let's block 'em.
Would you rather be a paleontologist or an archaeologist?
Neither. Not my thing. I know how to talk and I know how to math. I don't know how to dig, so...
What about Mickey's Cafe?
Wouldn't work out for me.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing
They don't
that
mean
on
Chef
there.
Mickey's, right?
No,
That's
Mickey's Cafe is a different... I think that's Disney Springs.
Let me see
That's
if
what
that's
I'm
on
not
here.
seeing. There's a lot of Disney-owned restaurants that are in Disney Springs.
No, that's not on here.
Is the newer... The big Japanese restaurant that's supposed to be amazing. I don't see that on here.
Well,
Marimoto...
It's not
Right?
the Sake
I don't
place,
remember what it's
Yasaki
called.
Kiosk. That's a kiosk.
No. Like, I'm not seeing any of the Disney places that I've
Right.
heard about on here. So it seems to be everything that's not owned by Disney. So what's the point of risking your health to go to Disney Springs if the Disney part of Disney Springs is not even open?
Czech Republic from Heineken is in my country. Czech Republic is better now. I hear that in August it will be open summer camps. They're talking about summer camps here, and I think that's not
Here's
going to
what's
happen.
concerning to me, though. You're saying in your country it's better right now, and they're talking about opening things in August. Our country isn't better, and they're trying to open
There are
these
things
now.
right? Your country probably prepared better than our country did.
Right.
So that's the problem we're having here. It's not.
It doesn't
Several
feel
of you
like,
guys are from
okay, we're finally
overseas.
getting back to normal. It feels like they're opening this way too soon, and there's going to be a second wave.
Right. So that's when something opens in Florida, people from states around it often rush there, especially when it's Disney Springs.
Yeah, especially when it's Disney. They're going to get all the tourists. And then what's going to happen is Disney could potentially be causing a domino effect that they don't even know about here. Because think about it. People get on planes to go to Disney. If those people on the planes have or get coronavirus, they're either giving it to other people on the plane or giving it or getting it in Disney.
Well,
It's
people aren't
such a,
going to get
like-
on a plane to go to Disney Springs, though. The problem is when they open the theme parks.
They're not?
And people,
Are you sure about
from
that?
what I'm hearing, people who had Disney trips scheduled were canceled up until September. So people who have trips in September still have their reservations in place, and we don't know how things are going to be then. Because
My reservations were canceled. I had reservations for the Blue Bayou.
Or we would have been going... We would have had a trip in place probably by now to go to...
Yeah, I was planning on going to Disney World this year, too.
Yeah, so we don't know what's going on with that because we're not ready to get on a plane. And I did watch the CEO of JetBlue talking about the precautions they're taking, and they're basically doing everything that they could do. But that doesn't necessarily make it safe. Okay.
Hold on just a sec. Okay. This says... Piper, would you prefer to star in a bunch of Disney movies that take 10 years or just one series that takes your whole commitment for season after season? Definitely a TV series on that one because... Oh, unless it's... Is it a Disney Channel series versus Disney movies, though? Then probably movies, so I can be a princess.
What if it's Disney movies that are in the theaters?
Yeah, like if it's
is it a Disney Channel original movie?
But if it's just a question of, like, a TV show versus... multiple movies, I'd still rather do the TV show because I like getting really into one character and focusing on building that one person as opposed to working on several different things at once.
Raylo yells on Instagram, I live in Florida and everything is operating except for the theme parks. You guys might not know if you're on here now, but we're from Florida, so we moved here about 10 years ago to LA, but we've seen what's going on in Florida, and it's so backwards from what's going on in LA. That it's
so strange. Like, our whole family is dealing with opposite stuff than we are.
Right,
so it's
because
really
in
weird.
LA, where it wasn't great here, but we were ahead of it. So we cut off a lot of coronavirus cases and deaths, but it's still higher than other areas in Florida, and other areas around the country because they didn't prepare as well. And Rick DeSantis in Florida didn't seem to be on top of anything. Yes. So when the beaches opened in Florida and everyone crowded the beaches, it spread coronavirus to other parts of the country because the people flew down for spring break, then flew out, and Google was able to trace where the crowds were because they have, they don't have individualized data, but they have the mass data of tracking where the phones went. So when there were outbreaks in other areas, they were able to see that somebody in that area was at spring break in Florida. So when you've got something like Disney opening back up, it makes everybody concerned. And, Disney has to open at some point, but even with their precautions, it's hard to know what's going to happen with it. Why is Chuck E. Cheese still open?
I didn't know about that. Where's Chuck E. Cheese open?
Chuck E. Cheese is open for pickup, though. You can't go play in Chuck E. Cheese. They've just been advertising because actually they have $5 pizzas for the large pizzas, which is not bad.
But why would you go to Chuck E. Cheese to get pizza?
Because $5 for...
Actually, but I'd rather get, like, New York-style pizza.
Their pizza is much better than it was years ago.
But it's from Chuck E. Cheese.
What's wrong with Chuck E. Cheese? I mean, he's not Mickey Mouse.
My usual reason I have a problem with Chuck E. Cheese is because there's all the kids that touch all the things after touching all the pizza, but that's obviously the whole problem that we're avoiding now anyway, so maybe I wouldn't.
Captain N wrote, they seem to be opening stuff way too early, I think.
Exactly.
That's what we're seeing. It seems premature because in areas where they're reporting the real numbers, there seem to be spikes. We just don't know what's happening in Georgia.
Yeah, everything that they're actually giving the real numbers on seems to be going up, while everything else is supposedly going down.
Shondell, I usually like series better than movies.
Me too.
If it's a good series. Xenon movies were awesome, though.
That's what you're going to go with? Xenon movies. What a classic.
I love Xenon.
No, I know Xenon's good, but that's not like a movie. When we're comparing movies to TV shows, we're talking about like huge TV shows like 90210 in the 90s and big movies like 10 Things I Hate About You, not Xenon.
Big movies and you go to 10 Things I Hate About You.
I don't know. The whole example was...
Like, if I was thinking big movies, I'd be like Back to the Future, Star Wars, Harry Potter. And you're like 10 Things I Hate About You.
Big movies. Can't Buy Me Love, 10 Things I Hate About You, Dirty Dancing.
10 Things I Hate About the movies that you go to as a big movie.
I just pick all 80s and 90s. Big movies, Heathers.
Avatar.
Avatar's a big movie, yeah. Well, if I'm actually thinking cinematically what the big movies are right now, that's a different thing.
Well, they're none right now.
Well, that's not
Scoob.
true. Scoob is the biggest
because the theaters
movie,
are closed,
y'all.
so there aren't any big movies. Although we do have to watch that.
I want them to come out with some new stuff while we're in quarantine. I think they should.
What does that sound?
I don't know what that sound was. I think it's cool that they're releasing new stuff. I think they should keep releasing new stuff during quarantine. Like, that's a cool thing to me.
I don't know what that sound was. And I think there are people who value profits more than human life.
Yeah, and that's scary. And that's definitely
in our
true.
country, that's a huge issue. That's like almost the entire issue of what our country is dealing with right now. And there are a lot of people protesting that we haven't reopened everything.
That's the problem is some people don't even think this is real. They don't even think there's something going on.
Right, or they're more worried about their livelihood, but they're saying we want to reopen because we need income, which people do need. Our Congress is
but
trying
it's scary that people have to
prevent
get
more
to
money
the
from
point.
going out.
It's scary that people have to get to the point where they're risking their health just to go to work.
I'm trying to figure out what that sound was. I don't even.
Scoob is a good movie. I will be watching that tomorrow on TV with my wife. Oh, that sounds like such a cute date idea.
If it's a good movie, why you already watched it? You're watching it for the second time already? That's pretty
just
quick.
come out?
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Did you ever watch the original Batman series from the 60s and see the episode? Yeah, you wrote to us about False Face. We saw that. And yes, I've seen False Face.
I live in Florida and everything is open. Oh, we read that one.
Yeah.
Oops. Scrolling down.
Okay, so on other topics, if you are a Phineas and Ferb fan, tomorrow we're going to be releasing a Phineas and Ferb interview with someone who we've never had on, and I can't even find any interviews with this person. And someone requested that we release the interview because they saw a clip of it on the interview with Dan and Swampy. So tomorrow's the day that will come out. It's from way back. So Piper did a new intro, but
yeah, but it's an older
young
one.
Piper during the interview.
Tiny Piper. Good luck.
Let's see what else. I am watching Teddy and Bob again. Oh, good luck, Charlie.
That's awesome. Yes.
Okay, so do we have anything else before we go?
I don't know. Is there anything else you guys want to ask before we get going today? Yes? No? Maybe? Perhaps? Approximately? What are some of your favorite Phineas and Ferb quotes and moments from the show? Well, watch the interview tomorrow and find out.
No, you didn't talk about that. What are your favorite moments from the show?
I'm definitely into Swinter. That's a big one for me. Huge fan of Swinter. I always wanted to do that after that episode. I was like, that is a perfect idea.
Do you like when they went back in time?
No, I don't like time travel. Time travel gives me a headache. But
What about the
everything else
Mount
I liked.
Rushmore episode?
Not as much. I liked the Backyard Beach episode, and I liked well, one of my favorites is anytime Vanessa is on. I love Vanessa
What
more
about
than
the
all the other
robot Phineas and
characters.
Ferb?
That freaked me out. Robots and time travel are like some of my scarier things. So you're going directly towards episodes that scare me. I love the Getchy Getchy Goo episode. I love the Aglet episode. We all know what the tips of our shoelaces are called, only thanks to Phineas and Ferb. So, don't you think?
So if you like Phineas and Ferb and you like bullies, then watch for the interview that comes out tomorrow.
Yes, watch for the interview tomorrow.
My favorite character is Perry the Platypus. Yes, he is really. That's the coolest character on the show. You can't not like him.
I like Vanessa so much, though. That's the issue.
But she's dark.
Because she's cool. She's edgy.
She's like Phineas and Ferb goth. She's like,
Yeah, that's
there's
the kind
Disney
of goth I
and that's
am.
Phineas and Ferb goth.
Yeah. I relate.
I'm scared of stop motion. Well, Phineas and Ferb isn't stop motion.
Phineas and Ferb is not stop motion at all.
And I think we're good.
I think we're good. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching today.
We're going to be changing the time. We'll
week.
probably be a little earlier next week because we're trying to adjust to the new charts that YouTube is showing us, showing when our audience is online. If you're on Instagram, we do more graphics and like pictures and stuff on YouTube. So please make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Click the bell.
And then turn your notifications to all on. Because if you click the bell and you don't click all on, it doesn't work and you don't get the notifications.
That's why people aren't getting notifications. There's actually a setting, a global setting in your YouTube settings to turn on the bell for YouTube. So even if you click the bell on any channels, if you don't have the global thing turned on, you're not getting notifications. And we actually looked at our analytics and found out that We have like 12% of our entire audience is actually clicking the bell, which is awesome. That's actually a good number.
Yeah.
Only 4% have the global setting turned on in YouTube. So it's
So
probably
the problem
like stuff
is
you turned off.
most of that
when you were-
12% doesn't.
It's probably from like years ago. People, are, as a kid, they turned off that notification. So even if you're clicking the bell, you're not getting the notifications when we go live. And we are going to be working on more graphics and stuff on the YouTube page. So please make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you're following us on Instagram because we always post stuff in between episodes there. Pink
So
Puff, I'm the
basically you have to follow us
4%.
everywhere.
Why are you the 4%? Go turn on your notifications.
so
Turn it on.
funny.
You can't.
I
Wait a
will
minute.
definitely-
You can't be the 4%. You're the 12% and the 4%. Okay, you're the 4% that actually turned. I got it. All right.
Good job, Dad.
Right, yeah.
Good job.
But
As
you
can
missed
see-
it too. Give me a break. I've been sitting here with you all
I'm
this time.
tired though, so it doesn't count.
Does Adam Eagle get to make an appearance on here?
Yeah, he just gets to come on and say bye.
Adam Eagle is sitting on the floor in the
Watching us.
the entrance and in the exit to the room.
Entrance and the exit. You're making your room sound like it's a mansion.
Adam Eagle is supposed to have music prepared for today. So maybe he can come on and explain why there's
Can
no
you just
music on
stand
the
here and
episode.
hum?
Wait a minute, I've got to get the focus back on YouTube.
Ah,
This thing is
Adam, you've messed it up.
Your face made it go blurry.
What did I do?
Do your aquamarine thing with your hand that makes it get all more blurry.
This thing? This is what you wanted me to do?
No, like what you did with the makeup.
What did I do with the makeup? Oh. That?
Yeah. Is it going to make it refocus? No, we're just going to stay blurry from now on. So we can't keep using this camera.
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey,
check out those technical skills. Yes.
Okay, there's Adam Eagle.
There he is.
So, are you
Okay,
going to be
bye.
doing any music on this thing next week?
No.
What do you mean no?
I don't think so. When are we going to figure out new music? I'm in my last couple weeks of school.
You don't need new music.
All
There's-
right,
there are
guys, so
songs
here's
out
the
there.
thing. I'm in my last couple weeks of school, and it's getting even crazier than it already was.
Captain N wants me to wear a false face mask and creep out everybody.
What does that mean?
If you post false face is a character in the Batman
Oh, yeah.
1960s series where it's like a
Yeah.
just distorts the way your face looks.
So he's
If you
kind of
post a
like...
stop motion video, I won't be
Slenderman.
watching it. We're not posting stop motion videos. If we have to do a stop motion video, I'm not editing anymore.
Yeah. I am also not going to
Piper
stand
has the
there.
magic wave, Pink Puff said.
I'm not going to stand there like
Okay.
this.
I think you're about to lose your stream on Instagram
Oh, yeah,
because
we
we're
are.
at the hour mark.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here today. We will be discussing something hopefully less strange next week. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
And, watch for the new episode
Watch
tomorrow.
for the new episode tomorrow.
Phineas
Yes.
and Ferb episode with somebody that we've never interviewed, and I can't even find any interviews with any major character in the show. Thank you, guys. We'll
Thank
talk to you
you.
soon.
Bye.
Okay. We are good. And now we're just trying to find the button